Those who own XRP are welcome. As always, I want to thank you all for the amazing support you've shown me. But before we do that, let's take a closer look at what's going on with blockchain technology. We heard a lot of news every day, but what's really going on with the price is what we're going to talk about. Also, it's clear that you're going to go back and read some of the news to understand it. You joining us on these daily donde on XRP, please hit the like button and, of course, the subscribe button that's below. As I said in yesterday's post about meme coins, the market is definitely seeing a lot of green. No one is really complaining about it, if you know what I mean. Altcoins are really enjoying it, but not meme coins. As I said, meme coins are starting to gain traction against utility projects, and a lot of them can even beat them. That's an interesting point of view that we should be looking into. If you're interested in XRP, it has gone up 1.8% in USD and 5.5% in Bitcoin compared to the before price. You already know that it costs $2.30. The market value is 134,400,000,000 and the trading volume in a 24-hour period is about 4,200,000,000. But before we go any further, I'd like to make a quick warning that not everything posted on this channel is meant to be financial advice. If you want to invest in cryptocurrency, you should always do your own research and due diligence. Also keep in mind that the competition is fierce. To see what I mean, look at the difference between BlackRock, IBIT, and Strategy. As you know, the micro strategy is only 20-0. Bitcoin, you should know that the competition is fierce. Think about the bigger companies that will enter the Bitcoin market. What do you think will happen to the price of Bitcoin after these companies enter the market? As far as we're concerned, this is just the beginning. I think that these companies will control a wide range of assets, and I think that XRP will be one of them. One of the big companies has made it public that they have XRP on their balance sheet. This is something we talked about last night. To put it simply, this gives you a better idea of regardless of where things are going, take a look at this information from MasterCard about the future of sending money to South American countries. They were also chosen as a CBDC tool by more than a dozen countries. It is only Ripple, a cryptocurrency company that has been praised twice for its work to support blockchain-based foreign money transfers. MasterCard is aware that XRP is being used as a bridge. However, it's important to remember that Ripple has only been around for a year. Because they've been around for so long, they are without a doubt one of the pioneers and have been through a lot. Many pieces of fake information. They have stayed true to their goal, even though they have been through a lot of lies. As we all know, they are now experiencing a lot of love and many important things are happening. The demand factor, which I've been talking about from the start, is that if you compare it to Ethereum, which is one of the two biggest cryptocurrencies, and we also talked about the possibility that XRP will eventually take over Ethereum, you'll see that XRP is getting more attention than Ethereum. This is why it's obviously going to happen, even though Ethereum isn't getting as much attention as it used to. For those who aren't familiar with Bitcoin, I think the exchange traded fund ETF is likely to achieve big results, and I think we are very close to that happening because of the Paul Atkins investigation and the new SEC reorganization. As we move forward, please watch this private webinar on the Ripple network. We use XRP to make payment flows more liquid and speeds up payments around the world. It's important to remember that Ripple has successfully completed a number of pilot tests with active institutions around the world. Ripple and Stellar are connected, and we've talked about this on the channel. At the same time, the Stellar network is being used to support remittance transfers to the Philippines and to make it easier for different mobile money services in Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana to work with each other. It's really fascinating, and take a look at this. According to Ali Ripple XRP seems to be breaking out of an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and there's a possible upside target between $2.70 and $2.90. We're going to talk about that right now. If you want to take a closer look, you can see that the dominance index has gone up from that 64.12% metric. This means that the dominance is really starting to show, which is pretty much what we talked about yesterday. As I said before, you can pause my video and go view my updates from last night when I was talking about how even though the dominance is going down, which is a good sign, it's still pretty high. As you know, we've been watching this retest for a while now, a reasonable amount of time. It's not unusual for us to be seeing this happen right now, and you can see it for yourself. In the end, we weren't able to break below the 64.1% mark. We were able to get back to where we were before the drop with the help of that range, and boom, dominance is nowhere near where you'd like it to be, which is a clear sign of this information. If you're thinking about altcoin season, you should know that your Bitcoin is looking great right now. And I'd love to sit on an hourly time frame. We did have a daily close above $95,000.00, so it's clearly picking up speed. However, there is clear resistance coming up. And if this is able to break out, I think we will push up to, well, let's look at Bitcoin every day. I think that Bitcoin BTC goes up to a price point of $99.00 to $100.00, which is a price point we haven't seen since February of this year, which was pretty much the all-time high. This is what I think will happen when Bitcoin breaks out of this critical range after your departure from this, which, in addition to being very satisfying to see, I think we reached 2 all-time highs, which gives us some insight into why dominance is growing. On the other hand, if you look at XRP, you will see that it is experiencing a surge of affection. It is important to consider the price of XRP regardless of whether dominance is growing or not. In fact, let's go look at the price of XRP when I was taken off the chart. I have no idea what happened right now, but we managed to hit a new monthly high of $2.35 again. These are levels that we have not retested. So far, since March, everything has been going well. I like what I see here. You can see where we are right now.